Students for Life of America continues to find new ways to empower women to choose life. The pro-life organization launched its new initiative today called No Woman Stands Alone. The Standing With You website will connect mothers with resources that can support them throughout their pregnancies and beyond. And joining me now is Kristen Hawkins, president of Students for Life of America. Kristen, great to see you. Thanks so much for coming on. Talk to us more about the event today and what inspired it.
Sure. Well, thank you so much for covering this issue. Today, we hosted the No Woman Stands Alone National Press Conference with pro-life leaders from across the country to say to women on Valentine's Day that now and after we enter a post-Roe America, no woman stands alone, and that the pro-life movement stands alongside of her. In fact, that is what we've been doing for decades, operating and sustaining thousands of pregnancy centers across the country and maternity homes. And that is what we advocate for every day on college and high school campuses that our 1,300 Students for Life chapters are on.
And you mentioned today the event was held on Valentine's Day. What's the significance there?
Well, you know, when I'm traveling to campuses across the country, and as we've certainly seen in the mainstream media's coverage of the ongoing Dobbs v. Jackson case, which we'll get the decision in June by the Supreme Court, which may very well reverse Roe versus Wade and send the decision back to the states. The commentary that we hear is that there's no support for women. Well, where are all the women going to go if they can't go to a Planned Parenthood and pay an abortionist to end the life of their child? And it's such a sad commentary because it's really the opposite of empowerment. This message that you hear from the abortion industry, especially young girls in high school and college campuses, that you have to choose, that you are forced to choose, in fact, between the life of your child and your education or your career goals. But it's really the pro-life movement, and this is what we've been doing for decades, that stands alongside of her. So she's never alone. This is what we've been doing at Students for Life for more than 15 years now, of meeting young women in crisis, walking alongside of her, physically going with her to her dean of students and to her professors' offices, demanding reasonable accommodations so she can stay in school while she's pregnant, or to make sure she doesn't lose her financial aid after she gives birth to her child. This is what we do. But yet the message needs to spread across the country. We knocked on 95,000 doors in the last 11 months at Students for Life. We've been knocking in doors in 20 cities. It's through our campaign for abortion-free cities. And it's not for a political candidate, but instead we knock on neighbors' doors and we ask them if they know the violence happening inside the abortion facility and if they know about the nonviolent alternatives located right there in their community. And some places in walking distance from their home. And I am so sad to tell you that more than 70% of the neighbors we speak with don't even know nonviolent pregnancy resource centers, pregnancy help centers exist in their community. And so as we as a movement prepare for a potential reversal of Roe in June, I'm firmly convinced that the number one thing we've got to be focusing on is raising the awareness levels of what we already do in the pro-life movement and making it known to the whole country that pro-life is pro-love, and within the pro-life movement, no woman should ever stand alone.
And besides, raising that awareness, what else is your group doing to prepare?
We're working on more than 41 campuses right now to change the actual policies on college campuses to be supportive of pregnant and parenting women. We're working with Christian universities to find a way to support women, come alongside women, to make sure no woman ever feels like she has to choose between the life of her child and her education.
Well, Kristen, unfortunately, we're out of time, but thank you so much for coming on and to, speaking with us about this event today. And of course, God bless you and all that you do. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for featuring this. I really appreciate it.